The following is West LA College Department of Mathematics Common Final for Math 115 Elementary Algebra and Math 118 Elementary Algebra 2 for fall 2008 version 3. This Common Final consists of 40 multiple choice questions and it will last 2 hours. In this test, in this final, calculator will be allowed. Now, as the introduction, I would like to remind you of a couple of things. The fact that you have 40 multiple choice questions in 2 hours, that implies in 120 minutes, you will need to do 40 questions. Approximately each one of them, you need to be able to do each question in 3 minutes. Okay? Now, so if you are slow, you need to learn to speed up. Okay? Now, of course, you don't need to answer all the questions to pass the class. You need certain level of correctness to pass the class. But if you get too slow, then one of the training you need to have, and that's why we have this previous test review to remind yourself not only the knowledge and the practice, but also the background of this test. Okay, you need to have certain speed to do this department final. Now, in the real final, you will be provided scratch paper, yet you are not allowed to write on the exam paper. Let me show you what the department final look like. Yeah, it looks like this. For example, okay, it looks like this. Now you see that they don't give you any space to do the scratch work, and you will be given some colored paper to do your scratch work, but you are not allowed to write on this test at all. Okay, you see, do not write on exam. Okay, now, but in this review, however, you will see that the final is being retyped, and the work will be done on the same page. This is, for example, how we will go over this. You see, I give myself some space here to show the work. Okay, yeah. Now, because of this, when you study from here, you need to readjust. You need to adjust your way of doing the actual final. Do not write on the actual test. Okay, do it on a scratch paper. Now, second, in this review, even though calculator is allowed in the real test, the work shown here will be done without calculator. The point is that calculator helps you to speed up if you know what to do, but what usually students don't know is what to do with the calculators. Okay, so try to, when you are practicing, avoid having calculator next to you, because while you think it may be useful, it is actually a distractor. Okay, I saw students who after they finish reading the question, or even before they finish reading the question, they grab their calculator first and don't know what to do with the calculator. Okay, calculator cannot think for you. Okay, and your calculator will not be smarter than you. If you don't know it, your calculator cannot do anything. Okay, now next, the next note. This is West LA College Department Final for fall 2008. While the underlying concepts are expected to be similar, department final for other semesters may look significantly different. They look very different maybe, but the concepts that you really need to know to be successful in this test will be very similar. Okay, it looks different, okay, but the concepts are the same. It's like the same person wearing different shirts. Okay, now for that reason, do not study based on this review only. Okay, if all you study is this review, you will not be able to do well in the department final. In fact, you should study other material first, maybe your previous tests and your quizzes, okay, review tests from the textbook. After you study those, then you try to measure your ability by this review. Okay, now on the final day, you need to bring your student ID, your own Scantron, the long form, pencils, erasers, and your own calculator. Now, bring more than one pencils will be advised, and sharpen them before the final is started. Borrowing stationery during the final, when the final already started, is strongly prohibited. Okay, now you may say you forget this, forget that. That simply means you are not prepared for the final. And if you are not prepared for the final, what's the point? Okay, now prepare things you need before the final start. Okay, lastly, turn off your cell phone, put it in your bag. Do not access your bag and therefore your cell phone either until you are outside the classroom. Okay, yes, you may need to take important calls, but if important calls needs to happen, it won't be during your test. If it didn't happen before that, it won't happen during a test. And how much different will that be that you need to pick up your phone during this important final? Something you work hard for your whole semester and you're going to disturb it for only one single phone call. Turn it off, put it in your bag. Don't touch it until you step out from the room. Not only after you turn your work. No, after you step out from the room, then you touch it. Okay, now lastly, if you are not a thief, don't act like a thief. If you are not trying to cheat, don't act as if you are trying to cheat. Okay, now you have the burden to prove yourself innocent. And actually that's quite easy. Just do what I tell you here. Turn off your cell phone, put it in your bag, okay, and then don't access your bag until you step out from the from your classroom. Okay, that's quite simple, right? Now, good luck with your preparation and good luck with your final.